What you feed on should be what your children should feed on.
I remember in some of the marital sessions we've had, seminars about marriage, we are always told that a whole person should be married to a whole person.
Absolutely.
But it's, from what you're saying, it's never the case.
No.
It's rarely the case.
No.
It's rarely the case.
It's rare.
Which means there is a vicious cycle of problems being passed through
Yes.
the cycle
Inherited.
and the generations, inherited,
Yes.
even up to the children.
Absolutely.
And that the environment is very pertinent that we bring up our children in. Let's talk about the environment.
The place where you're taking your children to school.
Yes.
Is so critical.
Oh, yes.
What is the kind of the environment your child is going to?
Yeah.
So important.
Sure.
Because ultimately, after many years,
Yes.
it will come to the to sin. Know which relatives are hanging out. You know, sometimes we send our children to visit with the people,
You can
and we
see
have no
that
idea
again.
what they go through.
It is true.
It is after some time that you realize these symptoms are coming to play. Where did you learn this?
Imagine.
It is the places the relatives they put in, because my sister's place,
Yes.
my uncle's place.
Yes.
They went there and he was struggling. Where did my son start learning how to do beer?
Yeah.
We lived in a place where they went and beer was on the table. Beer was in the fridge.
Yes.
It is not even outside the church.
Wow.
There are people who come to church and their fridge is full of beer.
It is true.
I know it.
They believe that, like Timothy, they should take a little wine for their
People,
stomach.
the stomach,
Yes.
which is taken out of context.
Context, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it is important that we watch as we grow our children in this society. Let me speak to us.
Yes.
A good father who will be able to want to live with their children. You know, many of us are taking our children to grow up with their grandmothers.
Yes.
We have no idea what they are being taught.
Imagine.
In the name that is so difficult in town, excuse me, what you feed on should be what your children should feed on.
Absolutely.
Let us be accommodative to our children. Let's not be able to extend our families to other people. Me, I'm a propagator that a father and a mother grow your children from your whole compound, because these are people who will be able to grow up to give a picture of who you are.
Absolutely. And how profound, because we really need to know the every nitty-gritty of what is happening in our children's lives. We really need to be present and to even befriend them so that they can unearth what is really happening in their lives. Because even the relatives we live with may be abusive of our children, whereas we do not know that. Yeah.
Yes.
And it is very important that we are involved in every detail of their lives. How profound. Thank you for that reminder, Reverend. We quoted a few of the American presidents, President Bush and President Obama, who cited very profound statistics of what is the reality of the societies we live in.
Yeah.
For instance, that the factors of fatherlessness, we cannot ignore them because they are leading to foundations of our community that are becoming more weakened as these statistics grow and grow.
Yes.
How does that resonate with us?
I'm one of the people who believe, for whatever reason,
Yeah.
you have no father. You don't have to continue living a life without a father.
Absolutely.
You know, some of us are fatherless because of default. Our father went to be with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a reason for you to not have a father.
Sure.
In our church, I've stood up and said, please look up to anybody you choose to father you.
Yes.
When you come to me, I'd like to be able to know, who is your father? Mm-hmm. Do you have somebody who is speaking in your life?
Yeah.
No, we are run-free people because we do not want to be guided and counseled. We want to do what we want.
Yeah.
Fathers will always be able to tame that.
Sure.
So that most of the mistakes we do,
Yeah.
we like to be able, what is the father's contribution?
Yeah.
What is the motherless contribution? Are you a mother who did not do your part?
Yes.
That's the reason why mtoto nyuka kama mama wewe, I don't know, I needed to just say it in Kiswahili so that so we can get it from
Yes,
the
please go
African
ahead. Feel free.
context.
Absolutely. Feel
Kama
free.
ni mama wewe hauna adabu, ni lazima wewe, ni sharti wewe utie mabinti wako adabu. How can you be able to do that if you don't know the correct way of life? It all begins by that, because you cannot feed in garbage and expect good stuff.
Yes.
Garbage in,
Garbage out.
garbage out.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point?
Absolutely.
That's why I'm removing blame from the young people.
Yes.
Because they're still young.
Yes.
We can always be able to bend them the kind of people we want them to be.
Absolutely.
But if we let them go, there is a point when we will not be able to correct them. It's more difficult to correct when they are grown-ups than it is easy to correct them when they are young. So from the example of what Bush and Obama spoke, the ball is still in our court as fathers. And I was saying, if you are a young man who know your father is a runaway from home, I want to put in a small advice. You have a duty to approach any man of good character, any man that you like to model, and request them, can you father me? I have a mother who is a foster mother in Kampala. And like speaking this interview, next week I'll be out in Kampala going to visit with my foster mother. She speaks in my life. She corrects me. The beauty of having a mother and having a father, you have a cover. She prays for me. And I enjoy it when I say, son, I'm praying for you. Son, I'm believing that you are a success story. We want those positive statements made in the life of our young people.
Absolutely.
And when I say this, I'm not saying that I've been the best father.
Absolutely.
But I want to be able to swallow humble pie and apologize for all fathers that where we didn't do right, there's still chance that we can correct it. And take care of our children well, love them, appreciate them, give them hugs that they didn't expect.
Amen. Amen. Mti ukunje ungali mbichi. Wahenga wakasema.
Kweli.
Na mtaka cha mvunguni sharti ya iname. Wazazi lazima tuiname.
Kweli.
We have to be very, very intentional in bringing up our children in the right manner. You know, it's interesting. You said you'll be in Kampala next week. The following week, the week of 12, I'm also in Kampala. Wow. I wish it was the same week for us to meet there and I get to meet your mother, because it's been long coming. And we are going to do that, Pastor.
Yes.
Very soon we'll be in Kampala together.
Wow.
How awesome. And, you know, the words that actually, I don't know, not chokozeka na haya maneno ya Obama. Where he said that what is increasing in many of our fathers is missing.
Yes.
That you may still be in a father who is in a home. But are we intentionally creating time to bond with our children?
Maybe the problem is what we have called professional mothers, professional fathers. We are a lot into our career. We are present in our offices and less present in our homes. We live in dawn and we're coming back in the middle of the night. You are at home. You know, you are being at home does not mean that you are at home.
It is true.
You could be at home, but you are not at home. You are absent.
It is true.
Why? Because we are saying, what is time must be created. Create time for your children.
Intentional.
Yes.
Yes.
walk with them, play games with them, play football with them, just tease them sometimes on what you really want them. Speak into their lives.
Yeah.
So when we are saying that this is happening in our society, and especially in the dispensation in the 21st century when we are living, we are pursuing more of money, investments, and everybody's competing into putting up mansionettes. And we are wondering, in whose hands will we be able to put these things that we are working for?
Yes.
We have not prepared a generation to be able to even take care
of
what we are fighting and struggling to be able to put in place.
Imagine.
So the whole issue is into us coming to a place of reevaluation and wanting to prioritize what we really need.
Sure.
Our children must be in the number 1, 2, 3 priority.
For sure.
Let us not put our families into the last priority.
My story, your story, our story. daGoh, daughter after God's own heart.